So in this lecture, we will be covering simple functions. But first, I would like to recap the formatting and dragging lectures. This is a data set for a question which we will be attempting. So firstly, we will attempt dragging a sequence. This date given over here can be recognized by Excel and is seen in a different format over here in this bar as well. What we will do is simply select the fill handle and drag it down, and here we have the consecutive dates for this week matching the sales for each day. Now, to make this data set look more aesthetically appealing, you might just want to make the headers bold and perhaps make this inside a border. You might also want to color the headers any color that you like. And lastly, we would look at the sales figures. These should be given with a currency sign and not just like this. So we will select this and we will select accounting numbers. You can select PKR, and here we have all the sales figure given in PKR. Now moving on to the formula part of the lecture. In this specific question, we need the total sum of sales for this specific week starting from 7th February and ending at 13th February. So what we will do is we will type is equal to. Now this is necessary when you are entering any sort of a formula. Excel recognizes this is equal to sign and it now knows that you are about to type in a formula. As we are going to apply the sum formula, we will type in sum. You can see that Excel gives you this drop down menu suggesting different sort of functions, and you can go in and search the function which you need. Now for selecting the function, you can either double click on the function that you want, or while the selection is upon this, you can simply click the tab button. Excel is also smart enough to suggest you the arguments for each sort of a formula. So Excel will tell you that this is a sum function over here in this bar, and it will tell you the next argument which you are supposed to enter is number 1. Then you are supposed to enter number 2 and so on. And these numbers are the numbers which you need to get a sum of. So what we will do now is start selecting the sales figures for which we need the sum. One way to do this is selecting individual cells, separating them by a comma, and entering the next cell. This comma is important because Excel recognizes that you are about to enter the next argument. So it moves from number 1 to number 2 and it's entering these cells separately. Doing this exercise is really lengthy as you are selecting all of these individually. In this case, you don't need to do it like this because you have the entire range together. So you can simply select the entire range in one go, and you simply need to just close the brackets, press enter, and here you have the value. Now this error of hashtags comes in when your section is too small to show the entire value. This can be simply ignored by double clicking over here or simply dragging this to and forth until the hashtags go away and your value appears. So here we have the sum for this week's sales. Now a golden rule is that you type the formula's name in the cell in front of the value in which you are performing the calculation. So we should be writing sum over here and then performing the actual function in front of it. This is important because you don't want to lose track of the values which are present. This value could have been anything, maybe an average or a standard deviation. So it's important to write whatever you are performing in front of this for the sake of finding it easy to find your values, instead of going in every cell and seeing which formula has been applied. Now if you have to edit the formula, you can either click over here in the formula bar, or you can simply double click in this cell. Excel now opens up the formula for you again for editing. You can erase this range, and maybe you want the sum of the first 6 days only. So you can select this range, and here you have the answer. Now moving on to question 2. Another important thing here about editing is, now you have a negative sales figure over here. So what you can do is, while you are entering the currency sign, you will see that this negative sign changes to show you brackets. So the negative number is denoted by brackets around that specific value, while the positive ones are displayed just as they are. Now this question is telling you that our manager made an accounting error and these values have been omitted from the previous sales figure. We need to add these values back, or in this case it will get subtracted, and update the new daily sales for this week. Now I would appreciate you pause this video and attempt the sum function again for each day. But now I will do it for you. So we will again do it the same way. Type equal to and then type sum, select it through the tab button. For this function our range would be this and this only, because we are taking the new daily sale. So we will select our range, bracket close, enter, and here we have the updated sales value. Now instead of typing the function over and over again, selecting your ranges and getting the sum for all these rows, Excel also allows you to drag the functions. All you have to simply do is select the fill handle and drag this down, and your formula automatically gets dragged to each cell. You can check this by double clicking any of the cells. Now you can see your range for the sum in this section has changed previously from this to this. Your range over here is updated. So here you have the new daily sales. The next and final part for this question is for you to find out the total daily sales for this week. All you need to do is equal to sum, select this range, bracket close, and there you have it.